everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Grue. And we got a great guest today. I am going to wait for her to come in and say her name because I don't want to screw up saying my guest's name. But she is in the TV series Nancy Drew, and gonna have some fun talking to her and asking her about the show, and it's all coming up next.
My God.
All right. Welcome to Grue. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And I didn't want to screw up saying your name, so I'm gonna have you say your name.
Sure. It's Aadila Dosani.
Okay.
I probably screwed up saying my own name. This is like the story of my life these days. I'm like, do you want tomato or tomato? I don't know. Dealer's choice. I love how this is going to be fun.
It is. I mean, we're already talking and laughing. Chucky's staring at us.
Chucky's staring deep into our souls. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I'm getting prepared. It's fine. I will just make sure that I pray to whoever is up there to keep me safe from Chucky, like yanking at my ankles when I have to go pee in the middle of the night. Because I feel like he does that.
Yeah, I know, right? Tell me that. You see this little doll running around. Like every time I watch those films with Chucky, I'm like, he's this little thing. All you have to do is kick him.
Do not kick Chucky. He will get you up. No, you just like run in the other direction. That's what you got to do with Chucky. Like, no, Chucky, the Bride of Chucky, all of the things in Chucky.
Yeah.
I can't do dolls. I like have my one Winnie the Pooh, and that's it.
Okay.
Jar Honey, and I'm like, yes, you are basic and pure.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean that doll is definitely more pure and nice than something like Chucky. So yeah, you're right there.
Yeah. Frick. Oh man. It's just a Wednesday night here.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is where we're at.
it's Wednesday night, middle of the week, so you don't know, I don't know if your week was going good or not up until now.
I don't know. Sometimes I think it's going well, and then you go to bed and you stare at your ceiling and you're like, yo, that was shit. What happened? I'm like, I just like live in my constant revolving French vanilla fantasy, and I'm okay with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I do the same thing. Like I live in my own little world, and everyone's like, "Oh, I would love to live in the kind of world you live in."
Right? Like they're missing out. This is what I'm saying. So, whatever.
Right, exactly. That's
Yeah,
why I'm like, all right, yeah, okay.
okay,
I
whatever.
know you're putting me down, but whatever.
But I'm okay, and that is all that matters. You just keep putting me down.
Right, exactly.
That's what I have to tell myself anyway to feel better. So not sleep at night. Because I'm never going to sleep again with that little creature. But it's fine. I'm getting used to him. We're going to be best friends, and then you watch. You're going to be haunted.
I know, right? Exactly. I'm probably gonna go to bed tonight and that Chucky thing like be staring at me.
Yo, karma is a bee.
I don't know if you're I think I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but the person I interviewed before you wrestles for the WWE, and it was basically an interview with him telling me his top 8 favorite horror movies,
Shut up.
and
Okay.
Chucky was his favorite, and he was showing me his office, and he had all these Chucky dolls all over his office, and a Freddy glove, and
A Freddy glove? Is he
Mhm.
on glue or she? Like, no. No. And also, totally, like, legit wrestling. I'm like old school when WWF, like World Wrestling
Mhm.
Federation,
Mhm.
right? Like
Mhm.
Undertaker, Stone Cold, loved it. I mean, back in the day, The Rock, right?
Well,
But
yeah, of course.
yeah, I was a Stone Cold girl though. I was like, yes, just pump those beers together. I'm all in.
I know. I was the Undertaker and Randy Macho Man Savage.
Yes. Yes, listen, we're on the same page. Like, I will talk WWF, Shane McMahon styles, old school though. When like Stephanie would come out and just be a
Yes.
boss B. Like, I love the old school WWF days before they
Yes.
changed it.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
where it was at.
Oh no, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm an old school wrestling fan,
yeah,
and I mean, I still watch like the like newer stuff. I mean, it's good, but I still prefer like the older ones.
yeah,
But like the like new talent is really really good. Like the stuff that they do,
yeah,
they're flying all over the ring, and oh
yeah,
my God, like they're amazing workers.
yeah. They fly hard. I was like, their acrobatic skills in itself,
Hmm.
I'm just like, okay, this is pretty wild. Like they're taking, it's definitely like in terms of athleticism, it's been taken to the next level for sure.
Oh,
But
definitely,
like,
yeah.
I can't get over Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay, he was my dude. Like I had posters. It was wild. Like it was weird. It's like Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Home Improvement. Then Stone Cold Steve Austin, Backstreet Boys, and the Spice Girls right in the middle. And I'm like, I don't even know what you would say to that. Like if anyone saw that right now, it'd just be like, what is she sniffing glue? Like, but yeah, maybe I was. I don't know.
I mean, if you think about Stone Cold Steve Austin could probably whoop everyone in the Backstreet Boys' ass.
Yeah, Hundo P. Legit. I don't know though. Like I feel like some of them like may have some weirdo like wrestling superpower.
Okay, there you go.
Like the ones you don't think, like a Nick Carter, like very basic. I'm so sorry, Nick Carter, that I said that, but like maybe I'm just giving you an out.
Right, right. Nick
I don't know.
Carter versus
Okay, that'd be a
Stone
headline.
Cold Steve Austin in a
You'd
wrestling
watch
match.
that.
Like,
You'd pay pay-per-view for that.
oh yeah, are you
Yeah,
kidding?
so would I. I'd be like, yes, yes. And you gotta give me a bill for me to stream that for you, like legit.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Oh my god. But it's true.
It
It's so
is. It definitely
true.
is.
Well, here we are.
Okay, yes. So, wanted to ask you, you're in a new television series. Well, I mean, it's not really new. You're
Yeah.
in season 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for anyone who hasn't seen the show, tell us about the show you're in and who you're playing.
So I am, I mean, I wish I was in like a season of the WWF, but that's
Right, right,
fine.
exactly.
I know. I am in season 2 of Nancy Drew on the CW, and I play one half of the infamous Bobbsey twins,
Oh,
which is pretty freaking dope. Amanda Bobbsey. So she's freaking brilliant. She just stirs jazz up, nice and slow, as we like to do. So it's pretty wild, and the show's pretty great. It's um it's definitely not based solely on the source material, but
mhm.
like it has its own flavor and its own twists and turns. And speaking of Chucky, like a lot of supernatural elements And I'm gonna say Chucky's supernatural because I just can't. I cannot. I refuse to let myself get behind the fact that like he like can be like real life, doll like real life coming
Oh,
together.
he's
Coming
not
alive.
real life. He's possessed.
He's still in like a figure. He's not like a ghost. At least ghosts you have to conjure up. Chucky can like possess any doll or human.
Yeah, you're right
Bueno.
about, you're right about that.
Like, listen, that can't happen. Thank God there are no Chucky dolls on this show because I would not be able to watch it. And like, I have to say, I have to watch so many of the episodes during the day
Hmm.
because Candyman definitely scarred me.
Oh no.
Yo, legit. So like, some of the stuff on the show is so dope in terms of the supernatural elements where I'm just like, daytime watching. But it's great, you know?
So, well, see, you have to watch it during the day and not at night. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
cool.
Like it's on right now, and I'm like, no, that's being PVR'd. I don't know what's happening right now with my character. I mean, I do, but I don't know if I do because I'm gonna watch it tomorrow because I'm too scared to watch it right now.
See, but now,
This is live, but hey, it's fine. We can't all be perfect.
see, now that's gonna make all the horror fans want to see it because you are in the show and you're saying you can't watch it because you're too scared to watch it. So now
Yeah,
that's going to make all the horror fans want to see it.
yo, they're gonna want to see it. I can't. I can't. I'm such a chicken. Like I even think cherubs are haunted. It's fine. I don't know. I need to get help, I know, but it's
No, you know,
one day.
you know. Trust,
Uh,
trust me, you know, everyone says that about me too, like how much I love horror movies, as you could see.
yeah. Well, I can see, like literally see. It's like right there. No.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to take down Chucky, but the interview ran late, and then I couldn't
Yeah.
grab it down in time, and I was like, I have to leave it
Yeah.
up. I don't have time.
Here we are. Chucky's possessing another interview. It's true.
Yeah.
He is. He lives on. He lives on. Like he will always live on.
I know. I
You.
know.
Now I'm seeing. Oh man.
One actor you share the screen with in the show is Praneet Akela, right? Did I say his name? I said his name
Totally
right,
did. You did. Cha-ching.
Well, I interviewed him on the show. He was like one of my first ones that I actually had on the show, but he wasn't on this yet. He was doing the other show.
October fraction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was talking to me about that and sharing the screen with the actor that played his 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 boyfriend in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, he's cool. He's such an intellect, which is like why like things work so well with us because I'm just
Hmm.
like he'll talk about things that are super intelligent and I'll just be like, "Do you want to get some nachos or I got to watch a football game, okay? Like I got to make sure I win that pool." But yeah.
Oh,
It's dope.
you and him are playing the pool?
I mean, he says he was, but like
Okay.
listen, his picks were like not aligned. I was like, "What are you on?" Like this makes no sense. To each their own. It's fine. We can't all know the NFL.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. As I shade him right now. It's okay. He plays my brother, so I'm allowed.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, because I mean, you're on set with him, and you're basically his brother and sister. So brother and
Yeah.
sisters always fight.
We always, especially when you're playing twins.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Whatever. Part of codependency comes shading.
Exactly.
And if you can't get on board with the winning team, then hey, it's not my fault.
Right?
Which he didn't. I was like, listen, the Bucks are going all the way. Brady will freaking get that. He's a
Mm-hmm.
legend. He's the GOAT. He didn't believe me. I was like, well, you're going to pay to lose. But that's fine.
Oh no.
Yo, I said it.
Oh no. So he
Yeah.
wound up losing the bet to you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And he's going to have to admit it with you on your show soon here, I feel like. Said it here first.
so so how was it like working with him on the scenes?
Honestly, it's been really dope. Like we kind of knew each other before we were both cast in the show, like through passing, and then we had met early 2020, like just before all the pandemic hit basically, and the
Mm-hmm.
world changed.
Oh.
I know that is like another episode of your show, like shit. um but we had known each other. So then when we both found out that we had booked the Bobbsey twins, and initially we had no idea. So when we were like going through the process of auditioning and stuff like that, here, I'll just make sure there's light on me. You know what? Whatever. Fuck, the sun's coming down, Chucky's coming out. What does it matter? I'm like, we had no idea we were playing twins until we like met with the showrunners and the executive producers, and they were like, by the way, do you guys know you're playing the Bobbsey twins? And we were like, what the fudge? Like, no. And so it was pretty dope because we're both from the same small town. We're from Calgary, Alberta in Canada.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I feel like that kind of worked out in itself too. You know what? Here, I'm just going to do this so you can see my face. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shoot. Like, listen, this Zoom stuff is like, I just can't, but it's
I know, right?
here right now. it's fine. So I feel like that, like we didn't really have to do a lot of work because that kind of innately brought us together, because we kind of, when we chatted, we were like, shit, we grew up the same way. We had that initial connect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because like a lot of our arc on the season like really explores our codependency. And I always say now, I'm like, dude, we're so codependent on each other. I'm like, you know what, maybe I am more than he is, because I'm always just like texting him being like, yep, blah, 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 blah. He never messages back in real time. And I'm like, who do you think you are, leaving me, like ghosting me? Like, that is not cool. But like, I feel like I'm very codependent on him already. So it feels like we don't have to do much work because the connect's already there.
Okay.
And I will make sure he says the same thing.
Except when he doesn't text back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for calling me out. It's fine. Whatever. Wednesday night.
Yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
get the kook out. Oh man. So yeah, it's been pretty freaking rad. And like you chatted with him, like he's so smart and dope.
Yeah.
He's such an intellect, and he like takes this process to next level. So it's been pretty rad, like really just exploring that stuff with him, because I'm like a weirdo goofball where he's just like, okay, no, but like we need to know our relationship. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, this is our relationship. So like he's really taught me a lot, which is great. Yeah, in that sense. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what do you like best about being on set for this show?
Oh man. Honestly, and I know this is gonna sound so like cliche and stupid, but it's legit. I love just I gotta say, like, I just love being on set when like the whole Drew crew is around.
Hmm.
I've never been on a show, and I hate to like I won't obviously name anything, but but where's this going? I've been on shows where it's tough, right? When you come in on a second season,
Hmm.
they're not as inclusive, but like the Drew crew, like the guys on this show are so freaking amazing. Like they kind of welcomed us with open arms, and like I'm such a pessimist, so like I would tell you if like they were numbnuts, but they weren't, you know? Like it's true. Like I think that's been the best part is like when I'm on set with the whole crew,
Hmm.
it's been fucking magic. Like
Nice.
I don't even I was like, I don't get it. Like how are you all so incredible? They're just so kind and generous. And I feel like they're just like real legit human beings.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And you wouldn't, you know, like sometimes you just don't think, but I'm just like it's so I feel like that's been the greatest part is like working with people who like are just so down to earth that I can learn from. Like they're all like such thespians, and they've trained in like incredible places and worked so much. So like I just learned so much from them, which I feel like
Nice.
has been really dope because I'm like, whoa, I'm getting paid to fucking like emulate a really dope character, but then also learn from people. When do you get that, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
So
Man, that's
it's been
awesome.
yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, without giving too much away, because I know you want everyone to watch the show. Like,
Yeah.
what scene did you like the best from season
Oh,
2?
shit. I was like, are you gonna get me in trouble? I mean, obviously, I like the scene. So where Praneet and I are together because I love exploring that relationship. I mean,
Hmm.
I have a younger sister, but like, obviously not a twin. And I feel like a twinning relationship is so different, right? Because
Oh
it's like
yeah,
you're always like on, you can like read each other and you're on the same wavelength at all times,
exactly.
no matter what's going on. So that's been really dope to explore. But let's see, my favorite. Ooh. Okay. My favorite episode so far to film have been episode 9 and 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll
Yeah.
see why. Because, like, episode 9, Praneet and I really get to explore our sibling relationship and our past, which is really dope and
Nice.
something you wouldn't expect.
Oh, nice.
That's all I'll say. Because I'm like, shit, I say too many things and then I get in trouble all the time. This is my problem. And you're like, just keep looking at Chucky and keep talking.
He's bringing it out of you.
he's, he's already halfway in me. Like, when I get off of this, I'm gonna be legit possessed and like just gonna be like rapid dialing you, being like, "What do you do to me?" But for real. But yeah, it's been that. But like two, yeah, those are my faves so far, especially episode 13 because I even like when I read the scripts, I was quite surprised as
Oh,
to learn how cool Amanda is. Like I thought my character was dope, and then I read it and I was like, yo, she's like even doper. I
nice.
don't even know if that's a
Nice.
word. But like, yeah, right? You know, when you're surprised and it's unexpected and I'm like, oh, I do that? Oh, I'll take it. So it's cool. It's like it's something you wouldn't expect, but so cool.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I always ask the guest this, like, what was there any funny or cool behind the scenes stories that happened that stand out to you the most?
Okay, legit. Everyone on that cast, okay, I'm not excluding me. they're like they have voices of angels. They can all sing like mother truckers. It's insane to me. Like
Really?
they like can belt out show tunes to classic rock songs to like Etta
What?
James to like yo. like Jason Derulo. I know.
Wow.
It's wild. So I'm like trying to create this movement where I'm like, yo, I think Nancy Drew needs to have a musical
Ooh.
episode, which I think would be
Yeah.
pretty wild because it would be so supernaturally, but then
Exactly.
everyone can like belt out.
You know what? That actually sounds good.
Wouldn't that be wild?
Yeah.
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 Including Praneet, like he's such a thespian. So I'm just like sitting here and I'm like, shit. Like I know we can't all be perfect, but I'm like here. And they're all like here. And I'm like, I'm not even a lyricist. I can't like rap. I don't even know how to do a haiku. I can't, there's no spoken word in me. Like, but like I will just jump on that bandwagon for sure and figure something out. But they are all the dopest singers. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. They can carry a tune like none other. So that's been pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. You wouldn't expect it, but it's
No, no.
true.
I I
Yeah.
I didn't think he he was singer too. Like I don't think he talked about that when he was on the show.
Didn't, because he was trying to be cool. But this makes him cooler. Oh, pretty neat. We're just gonna have to get him on here. Oh, I just had to turn up my brightness. Do you see what I mean? Like I'm here and they're here.
You had a leading uh, starring role in a film called Fall Back Down.
Yeah.
So how does that feel to have like a lead role?
Dude, it was wild. Yeah. I love that film. I don't know. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna say you need to watch it because
All
it
right.
was something, it was like a film that I it's fine. They all know this. But I didn't know if I wanted to get involved only because I had no idea, like I had no knowledge of the world in which it lived.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like as an actor, like sometimes I like you need to have some sort of semblance of like anything, you know what I mean, to be able to relate. But Fall Back Down was fucking dope. Pardon my language.
Nice. No, that's fine.
Okay, great. I'm such a potty mouth.
Don't worry. This show isn't for kids.
As we can see, because kids would want to turn their brightness level up on their laptop.
And they won't want to look at Chucky looking at them.
Or they just embrace Chucky and be like, it's just how he expresses himself. Like kids are so open.
That's true. You're
They're
right.
just like, no, bueno. Eyes are not expressive. They're demonic. um yeah, Fall Back Down was awesome. So it's basically a punk rock rom-com set in this world of like activism basically. And so the characters were all activists, like legit activists. And I like, you know, when we know, like I think of like being an activist or fighting for something or a cause,
Mm-hmm.
like you think of it as one thing, but when you're truly in that circle, it's completely different because you live, breathe, and eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And so it was awesome. Like that project was honestly one of my all-time favorite projects because I got to like learn so much about like that kind of punk world, not and not even just like in terms of the base of like when people think that like music or like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, their art, but like just humans who like wanted to live and breathe and be in that community. And it was so nothing that like I had any sort of preconceived notions of, like
Okay.
so it really like opened my eyes up into a world that I never would have been able to be a part of if I didn't, you know, be part of that project. And it was awesome. Like I got to like experience like kind of like their culture and like their everyday lives and what that being within that community really meant and what they fought for and why that community was the way it was. and not to mention like the incredible like musicians who are a part of that community, why they were that genre of musicians, what drove them to use, I feel like, that sort of like genre to express themselves.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because like we all have something that we're so like innately attracted to.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, and so it was awesome, man. It was so cool being immersed in that for a couple of weeks wholeheartedly, because it was, yeah, it was like it was crazy. It was like we filmed it in like 12 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like 18-hour days, like it was insane. So you had to immerse yourself in that world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it was fucking cool, man. It was so cool, and I got to
Nice.
learn about what being an activist really means.
Hmm.
You know, we all say we are, like we share freaking stories and shit like that,
Right?
right? Like, and we think we're part of a cause, but you're really not, because you're not in the crux of it.
That's true. That's true. You're right
And
about
we're trying to do our best, because like without knowledge, you don't know. But yeah, so it was wild. It was really fucking cool.
nice.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta watch it. Yeah, I'll send you like, well, I'll make sure I get it to you. It was freaking cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I definitely want to see it now.
yeah, and like being able to play someone who truly was an activist going undercover. Like basically, my
Hmm.
character went undercover to like bust a sweatshop, which was really cool. It was awesome, and I got to like explore like so many different elements as being a South Asian person myself, but
Hmm.
busting like a sweatshop that was run by South Asian humans. You know what I mean? So it was
Okay.
really interesting to kind of like see where that all came together and
Yeah,
where
yeah.
those biases would be and how to break that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely want to see this.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'll send it your way. It was freaking wild. Yeah. I feel like everyone needs to see that, just in terms of like how you can create a film like a rom-com, but
Hmm.
how it doesn't have to be so traditional in its nature, like traditional in what we know and what we see on TV. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Nice. And I saw you were in a few horror TV series that I love.
Oh
You're
no.
in Lucifer,
Yeah.
Natural, and the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And oh
Yeah.
my God, I love that show. Like
You
that.
love it? Oh, good. Yeah. Dude, that show was dope.
Like, I'm so mad they
Yeah.
they're that was the last season.
I don't
Like,
understand how it didn't get renewed.
yeah, exactly. I was
Yeah.
so pissed when I saw that. Like everyone was posting, please don't shut the show down. And I'm like, wait a minute, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is canceled? Like, what?
Yeah.
It
And
had a
they took
huge
a
following.
really cool take on it.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
it definitely wasn't the old series.
I mean, like, listen, nothing's really close to the source material. You take Nancy Drew, and it's really not
Hmm.
what the source material is, right? In that aspect, and you like revamp it and you kind of make it more relevant. I love
Exactly.
Sabrina. I love the elements that they brought in. I was upset, especially with the last season with like the carnival witches and you know,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
When
I know.
oh
I don't
man, like
know.
I didn't want it to end. And
No,
the the what's her name? I can't say her first name. The one who actually plays her,
oh, I
Sabrina
love this.
Kieran or something like that, right?
But yeah.
Let's just call her Kay.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
she does an amazing job. Like Melissa Joan Hart, I think, would be proud
I
of the
think
way
so
that
too.
she played her. And they even
And her
had
crew was
yes,
really cool. I really
yes.
love them.
What I love is in one episode they brought the two aunts back from the old show.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And I love that crossover. Like, and I was like, this is so, because like, I feel like this is where we see it in the modern day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Dude, I'm like with you. I'm with you. I don't know why that ended. Like, and then Supernatural, like I guess I kind of get, because it had gone for was 15 seasons,
Yeah,
14, 15. But
very
those
long
guys,
running
like I
show.
gotta say, like those dudes are fucking just prime gentlemen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Like they are so freaking like intelligent, respectful, and like, listen, I will throw shade on anyone. If you deserve it, you'll get it shot on you,
Exactly.
you know? But those guys are so cool and they like like they treated the crew, which I feel like the crews in shows are always so underappreciated. And
Mhm.
yeah, we're all actors, but like a show isn't going to be made a show without your crew and people on the
Exactly.
back end. It like they're the ones who work the hardest, I gotta say, because they're there from like dawn to dusk. They're doing the long days. We get to go and come. And they just like, you could tell the way they treated everyone, like they just loved everyone and everyone loved them back. And it was so real, it was just so dope to see that respect was reciprocated, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, so if you're a Supernatural fan, just be proud of those two boys because
nice. Nice.
they really were freaking great. And they were kind to everyone, whether you were like a day player or not. Like they treated
Hmm.
everyone with the same sort of respect.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool to hear because, like, you know, I mean, those two guys have been doing this, like you said, for so many years, and
Yeah.
it's good to know like it didn't get to their head.
Not at all. I couldn't tell when I was on it, and they just they were so gracious. It was really awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I was like, I wish I could throw shade on them, but I can't.
Like I'm a big Ross Lynch fan. Did you get to hang out with him on set at all or
I
talk to him?
didn't
Oh
know.
no.
I know. I know. Listen, I died and became a corpse, as they all do.
Okay.
And then I was out.
All right.
It's true. I can't lie. So that happened. Unfortunately, I didn't get to hang out with them, but like I wish I
Okay.
could give you the tea on that.
Um, so, uh, tell me about the short that you were in, Nightwing, right? Is that
Oh,
Batman?
yeah, that was cool.
Okay.
That was cool. That was I'm a DC girl through and through.
Nice,
I
nice.
mean, no offense to any of the Marvel fans out there. I just like it darker and seedier.
Hmm.
Feel like that's what the comic genre needs. But I yeah, that was really cool. So it was a couple of dudes who like love like they're just DC geeks and
Nice.
kind of did this short that was supposed to, I guess, go somewhere. It's more of like a conceptual short that we were all hoping, like called Nightwing, we were all
Hmm.
hoping would go somewhere. But like, you know how it goes in this industry. There's no rhyme or reason. Like either someone likes it or they don't. They didn't like it, I guess. But I liked it.
Okay, okay.
um, but yeah, it was wild. Like, so I loved like I loved it. And it was so rad because it was shot pretty quick, but we had like the dopest stunt doubles on that. And like if you
Really?
watch it, you can totally like there's so many incredible action scenes in that. And so it was so wild just working in that aspect of it. And like I loved being able to explore like more like Robin turning into Nightwing's
Yeah.
journey, which I think like needs to happen, honestly, on like a larger scale. But it was wild because I got to play Detective Renee Montoya, and I've always wanted to play her,
Nice.
aka her going into becoming the Question or taking on that identity. And so that was pretty dope. And so I was so excited that I was be able to explore that. And then obviously that got shut down. So that was a no. But it was really freaking cool. That was like more of a dream come true for sure. Like in my geeky verse side, you know what I mean, in
There
terms
you
of
go.
like being such a DC geek girl. So it was awesome, and it was like such a dope passion project that was done so well. So it was kind of disheartening when it didn't go anywhere. But
Oh,
what do you do?
damn.
I know, man. Like hopefully it could hopefully, I don't know. I mean, like, hopefully someone, shit, I don't know. Hopefully something happens, but it's been like 5 years, so nothing will. Fine.
and you're also in a full-length horror film, right? Double booked, is it?
Yeah, that
See,
we shot that a while ago. You're right.
you definitely got a horror side to you.
Dude, they find me. I don't search for them. Like I said, I'm living in a French vanilla fantasy of like Hallmark. I'm like, yes, everything is gonna be a happy ending. Double Booked was wild though. That was really cool because it was Neil Webb who wrote, directed, produced it, but we shot it literally in a week. It was like you know when
Damn.
people say you have to be like legit. Sometimes people are super method.
Mm-hmm.
We had to be so method because we only
Really?
had like a week and a little bit. Yeah, no, maybe just a week to shoot it in Fernie, BC. We all rented a cabin and was shot in one location in a cabin, and it felt like over 24 hours. And it
Wow.
was so minimal. Like the cast and crew were the crew. Um, it was like so low budget, but the best type of low budget because like you really had to become your character
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
explore everything to the max. So, and then you lived with the cast. So we all lived in that same little housey cabin in bunk beds. Like I was like, I'm a grown woman in a bunk bed. That's cool. But like I was. And it was wild. Like we would literally cook breakfast, but that breakfast we cooked it for us to eat, but we had to cook it as a part of the scene, so we ate it once we finished shooting. It was
Oh,
wild.
okay.
Yeah, it was like a wild experience. It was indie at its finest, but so dope.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it was.
She's like, yeah.
Am I friends with all those people? Probably not, but
Oh
it's
no.
no, I am. No, I'm not. I don't know. I can't
She's like,
remember.
I don't know.
This is what I told you. I'm like, past 6 p.m., I like will like tell you anything. It's a problem.
So, so since you've been in some horror shows and a horror movie and you know who Chucky is, like what are some of your favorite horror films when you watch them during the day?
Okay, like, listen, I'm like a classic Hitchcock girl,
Okay.
right?
All right. All
Just
right.
like all of that. Um, Obviously, like ooh. See, I'm also like a Stephen King horror girl. Like when it's a
Nice.
horror with a psychological element, that's even
Mm-hmm.
more fucked up because it makes it more real.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know? So like all of those, what's my favorite? I can't even say what my favorite is because none of them are my favorite. Like, yeah, I obviously watch them, but they scare the shit out of me. Oh, I don't know. Like, shit, what's my favorite horror? I don't know. All of those ones.
Oh, hey, that's fine.
Also, like maybe I'm just blanking on the titles, but that's okay. Don't.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you like doing for fun when you're not acting?
Eating.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. I like to eat lots of food.
There you go. Uh, Hey, that's what I like too. I love
Right?
coming home and just
Yeah.
pit, picking out on pizza or wings or
Yes. I love Italian food. I love wings, like nacho. Like give me a Guinness and a Jameson, a
nice,
dirty martini, bottle of wine,
nice,
right?
nice.
Pickleback. Do you know what a pickleback is?
I don't know what a pickleback is.
Oh, shut the front door.
No.
Okay. It's like a wait, so it's a Jameson and a side of pickle juice, and you shoot
What?
it. So you shoot the Jameson and then you shoot the pickle juice.
Really?
It is so good. Like you could take them down, like you will take them down like a champ because the pickle juice, I
Uh-huh.
feel like retroacts like what happens when you take the Jameson down, and it's like full of electrolytes, so you don't get hungover.
Yeah, really.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
first time I heard of that one.
Well, you got to try it, and you got to let me know.
Yeah,
You got
well, when they
you got to
open,
take down like 3 or 4, and then let me know. But it's fine.
as soon as
What this
Phila-
all is clear.
Philadelphia actually opens up the bars again, I will
Yeah.
tell you.
When it's safe to do so. You can also do it at home because I do have pickle juice at home.
Oh, okay.
But it's so good. So like I love like that, but in sport, like I'm such a like I don't know. I should have been born a boy, but maybe not. But like I love sports. I need it. Like I'm like all up in the NFL. I don't watch hockey as much. NBA,
And you live in
golf.
Canada.
Yeah, I know. It happens up here. It may be rare, but there's some of us.
I thought you were gonna say like you watch hockey, you're a Flames fan, and
I mean, I am a Flames fan, a diehard, but I don't know. I've been bored by watching hockey. I'm probably going to get a lot of shit from saying that, but it's fine. It's my truth. I know. But like, listen, eating, like, I just can't. I don't know. What is life without food?
right? Exactly. Well, I mean, you do have to eat to live.
You have to eat to live. You gotta eat to live. And you
Exactly.
gotta eat to be happy. You gotta eat
Yep,
when you're sad. You gotta eat when you're frustrated.
that's true.
You gotta eat when you're celebrating.
You're right. You're right. Food is there for every occasion.
Every occasion. This is what did they tell you? I'm like, I live in a French vanilla fantasy of my own choosing.
what
Whatever.
what kind of music do you like? Like who's currently on your playlist?
Ooh. I feel like I go through phases.
Okay.
Um, let's see. What was I listening to the other day? I was listening to some old school DMX.
Nice. Okay.
Right? Like sometimes you gotta just get down. I don't know why. And then I'll go through like a Bollywood phase
All right.
where I'll listen to like all the Bollywood jams, like old school, the 90s Bollywood jams, which is weird. And then I'll go through like the 90s boy band phase.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sometimes you gotta just I don't know. I don't know why. And then Coldplay happens.
Oh, they're really good. I like
They're
them.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know, like I feel like I don't really have like a specific genre I love. I love music in general. I kind of go by mood. And
Okay.
then I'll listen to show tunes someday.
Nice.
And then I'll just be like, I need some country and some Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert and some Shania.
Okay, there you go.
I know. Like, who are you?
And is there any like television series you're binge watching since there's like
Oh,
so many TV series that are out there now?
so many. I mean, I obviously jumped on the Bridgerton train,
Mm-hmm.
which is so fun. I'm like, oh, I hate to admit this, but like not. I I like love all of the Bravo Housewives franchises.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not good. It's not okay. It's not okay. I should not be watching this. But
Well,
I do.
that's what
I'm
a lot
addicted.
of people like watching it.
They do. It's like it's insane because you watch it and you're like, okay. Like I'm a reality show junkie. Well, I'm not joking. From like Dallas is on now to Atlanta to Beverly Hills to like New York to Potomac to like the ones in Europe. Like I don't know. It's a problem. It's like more than addiction. They should probably have like a center for reality show addicts. I swear I'm at. Selling Sunset. Bollywood Housewives on Netflix. Like, why is Netflix now having reality shows? This is adding to my problem.
Yeah, they do have a lot of reality
They
shows
have
now.
so many.
I know.
Bling Empire. I gotta say, Bling Empire. Yo, that was good.
Okay.
Have you
I
seen it?
I know.
Okay. You gotta watch it.
Okay.
You gotta. You don't have to, but I think you should. I think you might like.
I mean, if you say it's good, I'll give it a watch.
Okay, give it a watch. I know. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay. Is there anything coming out next for you that you want to plug or say or anything?
I mean, besides Nancy Drew, I feel like keep watching that because I feel like the Bobbsey twins are gonna stir up a lot of shit, and viewers may or may not like it, but I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. And then along that, not really. Like I have a couple of fun holiday movies coming out, which will be at the end of the year. But I did do a really cool one called Christmas in Crumbs, which actually Praneet plays my brother in.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that wild?
Wow. So
Yeah,
you're his twin in a series and his brother
yeah,
in a movie.
yeah. And it's the
Okay.
one of the first um, holiday movies based around and centered around a South Asian family,
Oh,
which
that's
is
awesome.
really fucking cool. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so it's super different. It's really unique and really awesome. So that'll be obviously coming out around Thanksgiving, which is a long time away. But it's kind of cool because it's like Praneet and I are such a package deal now,
I
which
know
I love.
exactly. Like everyone is booking you and him as brother and sister.
Yeah, yeah, which like I'm okay with because then at least I know I have permission to chirp him, so it's fine.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Mm, whatever. But other than that, no, just like taking it day by day, which I feel like coming out of this pandemic, it's all we have.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
Ugh.
know. I don't know. Like it just like makes you like reevaluate your priorities.
Right, exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it.
Okay. So where can fans find you at? Like what's your social or if you have a website?
Oh yeah, I'm at Aadila Dosani on Instagram and Twitter. I guess Facebook too. I don't really know TikTok. And I haven't gotten there yet. I just
Okay.
got on Twitter. This is how like sad I am. And it's so hard to navigate. I didn't even know that you could send personal messages on Twitter. I just found that out and I was like, what is this? I'm not an asshole. I just had no idea this was a thing. It's hard. But that's
Oh,
that. Really
oh, okay.
basic.
And you definitely have to tell your brother to be more responsive in his text to you, right?
I will. I'll tell him that you told me
Oh no.
that. I'm throwing you under the bus.
Okay.
Oh
I'll probably get a message from him on
yeah, you will. You
Twitter
totally will.
or Instagram saying, "What did you tell her?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, you'll be like, sorry, I have no recollection. I totally am. At least I'm letting you know.
Yeah, exactly. See, at least I know it's coming now.
Exactly. Listen, you're haunting me forever with Chucky.
Which comes-
This is the least.
right, right, exactly.
Yeah, savage. It's true.
Oh
I
man.
can't stop staring at him. It's just like his cheeks, like I don't know.
He does have those big cheeks, don't he?
And the frown and the cheeks. Like the nose, everything. It's a work of art. He's a work of art.
He is a work of art.
Fudge.
Well, I,
Oh,
I don't want to keep you too long because I see it's getting dark where you're at now,
So dark.
and I know you probably want to watch something or listen to something or go to bed. I don't know.
It could be all of the above. I'm pretty sure Summer House Rules is on tonight.
Okay.
Another bad Bravo show. But so is Nancy Drew. So that's got to take precedent.
Yeah, you have to watch that when it's not dark.
Tomorrow morning. With the sun, when the sun
With the
comes
sun up. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to the reality TV.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Oh man. This was
this was really fun. I have to say, it was really fun talking to you.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you so much. This was so dope. Like you were awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, as you know, I only speak the truth.
Exactly.
Or would be shaded. Ooh, yeah. No, this was so rad. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best Wednesday night for sure.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I made the list.
Yeah, you did. You legit did. Fuck yeah. Oh man. Well.
All right. Well,
All right.
thank you again for coming on the show, and have fun watching your shows tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Seriously, and I hope you have a dope night and watch Nancy Drew tomorrow. No, you're fine. Like you fuck.
I could watch it.
One would check. You're fine.
Exactly.
Are you gonna take that down though? Or are you gonna keep it up? Like what's the
I'm most likely going to take it down because that's my blanket.
Sorry, what?
That's
It's a
my blanket. Yeah.
Are you for freaking real?
Yeah. I like I said, I put it up for that wrestler from
I thought it was
WWE.
It's not a blanket.
It's a blanket because like I said, like the wrestler I interviewed from WWE, like his favorite movie and character is Chucky, so I wanted to put that up, for WWE could give
You
me
didn't
more interviews.
preface it by saying it was your blanket.
Yeah, it's my blanket. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is a conversation for another day. You do not sleep with him on you. You sleep with him. You like hang out with Chucky.
I do. I hang out with Chucky every day.
You cuddle Chucky. Like, no. Why are you spooning Chucky? That's not okay. Okay. This is where we're at. Okay. Listen, no judgment, but like kind of a little bit. No. Get like the Care Bears.
Care Bears?
Yes. Lionheart. Lionheart will protect you from Chucky.
The Care Bears wouldn't fit my horror personality.
I know, right. What about Screechy? She's kind of scary.
Okay.
But no, Chucky, I can't. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take that with me. I'm gonna be sending you some like creepy ass freaking Candyman Bloody Mary freaking duvets. This is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
You bet, and then you better sleep with those. Put Chucky under the bed. Time out.
All right, I'll find some more horror blankets and keep Chucky away.
And keep Chucky away. Oh my word. That's cool. It's fine. I see that you're BFFs. Listen,
Yeah.
we can't all be perfect.
That's true.
I'm dead. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I just need to go watch some reality TV.
Okay. And I'll go take my Chucky blanket down and go
You
watch
go,
some
yeah, you go,
wrestling.
you just go give him a big hug.
Okay. Okay, I will.
He's taking a lot of shit tonight.
Yes, yeah.
Make sure. Tell him that I'm okay with him to not like creep me out from under the bed when I have
Okay.
to pee in the middle of the night, please.
Okay, I promise I'll tell him that.
Thank you so much. I need to go find me like Stone Cold Steve Austin doll. He'll protect me. Yes, I do have one. It's fine. Oh man. Oh.
um, I know you want to watch your show, so I won't keep you.
Well, thank you. This is super fun.
It really was.
Yeah.
Thank you again for this.
Yeah, of course, man. Anytime. Next time we'll have Praneet and I both on.
Okay,
Yeah,
that works, and then he can holler at me.
exactly. Oh, he's gonna be hollering at you. Like I said, I'm throwing you under the bus. So.
All right, that definitely sounds like a plan. You and you and you and you, you and your brother, you and your
Yeah,
twin.
yeah, it's happening.
Okay. All right, that works.
All right.
All right. Have a good
Thank
night.
you. You too.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.